Here are the answers to the warm-ups on May 12th. So we have a cone with a base radius of 3 units. That means halfway across the circle is 3. And a height of 8 units. That's the vertical height would be 8. I want to know what its volume is. So the volume of a cone is just like the volume of a cylinder that would surround it. So this would be the cylinder. And the cylinder itself, its formula is taking the area of the base, which is a circle, multiplied by the height. But because this is a cone, not a cylinder, we then just divide that by 3. So I take my calculator. I am going to use 3.14 for pi. So I go the radius squared, which would be 9, times 3.14 times the height of 8. And I would just divide that by 3. And it looks like I get about 75.36 for my volume. And number 2 says a pyramid has a base with an area of 50 square units and a height of 10. What is its volume? So when it comes to a pyramid, the relationship is the same as a cone to a cylinder. A pyramid to the rectangular prism that would surround it. If you can find the volume of the prism, you would just divide it by 3. So here we have a base with an area of 50 and a height of 10 units. So you take the area of the base times the height, that would be how to find the volume of a rectangular prism, and then divide that by 3 because it's a pyramid. So I would take 50 times the 10 and divide it by 3, and we get right around 166 and 2/3. And of course, when you label this, because it's volume with three-dimensional shape, you would say something like units cubed. Same thing for the cone that we had. And the last question, what is the linear equation for a line that goes through those two coordinates? So -4, 1 and 5, 0. So one thing I can do is understand it's linear, and I can find the unit rate of change. And to find the unit rate of change, I can make a slope triangle. So I plot -4, 1, and I plot 5, 0. So here's my line. But my slope triangle is going to have a height of, looks like 1 unit, and a width of 9 units, and it's always the height over the width. And you can see though it is decreasing, so it's going to be a -1/9. So I go y equals -1/9 x, and then I have to find the y-intercept. And to do this, there are a couple different ways. I am going to use the algebraic method. So go back to my equation here. I'm going to take one of my coordinates, let's take the second one, and replace x with 5 and y with 0. So I get 0 equals -1/9 times 5 plus b. Multiply this out, which is going to be 0 equals -5/9 plus b. Add 5/9 to both sides. I just found my y-intercept. So my final equation is y equals -1/9 x plus 5/9. To check to see if that's right, you could then throw in this coordinate, -4 for x and 1 for y, and see if it balances your equation.